Okay, so been doing stuff, kind of off camera. Nothing crazy. I have unlocked a bunch of things in technologies and upgrades that only require things up to yellow science, things that I want to use to get going a little further. I'm just looking at what I can unlock again. Let me cue that up. But I've spent a lot of time upgrading my upgrades. That is a redundant question. I don't know if I can get any further because I need purple cubes. Yeah, I need purple for all this stuff. Mecha Core 4, which requires purple. So purple's the next science to unlock. And I know you're probably thinking to yourself, hey, this is Dyson Sphere, Aaron. When are you going to get to the Dyson Sphere portion of the game? You can go to the back of the bus and hang out. I'll get to it when I get to it. I'm in no hurry. I'm trying to get malls and sub factories set up and running so that I can and it's kind of spread out. I haven't found a good mid-game mall on any of the blueprint sites, and so you kind of end up doing this stuff. I've got this mini mall that's just doing sorters, so I can come here and grab those as I need them. And then I've got this section here that's making electric motors and sending those out. I've got another one that's just making plastic and sending it on the bus. This is sending these out, but I'm out of magnets. Really? Okay. And then I've got this set up here that is feeding steel out onto the bus. I got this little mall here, this little sub factory making whatever the particle things to the bus, and then I set up this little section here for my interstellar and planetary logistics. I just added those. And then I decided to make this little mall for my geothermal power plants, which I don't really need a whole lot of, and then I just added this little tiny sub factory to make green and blue. Now that we are at, coming up on end game, I really need my bus system a-flying. The only downside is this is not really producing a lot. I need 3 green belts per second. But as you see, I'm running in a deficit here. I'm not producing enough things. So now is part of the game, which you inevitably come to, which is the catch up and rebuild section. Because I need to produce more things more faster. And I don't think it's a power issue. It is a power issue. So I'm wrong again. So power is, let's pause this and see what that does to the power. That helps. Doing research is, well, I mean, look at this. I've got this monstrosity of research towers. And I'm coming up on some bottlenecks. This is what it is. It's mid-game bottlenecks. This is my hydrogen, and if I go out here, and we'll get to this. If I go out here and look at my hydrogen, I've got all my my refineries going, but it's just not producing. It's just not, it's not keeping up with the demand. So I may have to expand that. So one thing you're going to see here is some new stuff, and let's go over it real quick. I was having a real problem getting my iron belt fed. So there's a couple of things that you can make to help out. And this is really interesting. If you look at this, I've got single stacks of product here, but I got double stacked over here. So this little machine, if I can click on it, can I not click on it? I click on that. I want to click on this. Anyway, let's do another one here. I want to show you what it does. So we're going to cut out a section here, and we're going to place down, it's called an automatic piler. And you want the down slope on the side of input. Make sure it's all lined up so I don't have to redo it. You're just going to stank it down. And what this is going to do is it's going to take the input and it's going to stack it as best as it can. That's all it's really doing. But what that's doing is it's doubling the amount of items that are going downstream. I'm really not explaining that well. Let's take a look at the text here. After setting up the piler on the conveyor belt, it automatically integrates 2 consecutive cargoes into one, which improves the carrying capacity of the conveyor belt. So this belt now, instead of carrying, say, from here to here, instead of carrying 10 product, it's now going to carry 20 because we've stacked it up. So you're doubling the capacity of product or items that your belt can carry per belt section. Okay. So this is speed 12 cargoes. Now it's going to carry 24. That's a terrible explanation as to what that is, but that's how that works. It stacks it, it piles it. And I don't think there's multiple levels. You can't go 2 or 3 tall, or 3 or 4 tall. It's just 2. This here is a spray coater. So what this does is it takes the product as it comes in and it sprays it with a super cool coating. And you can see here that I've got little arrows now on my items, my double stack of iron ingots. And by spraying it, now that these have been flagged with the sprayer product, that stack, that double stack, is now going to have an extra product of 12.5%. It's going to have production speed up of 25%, but it's going to increase the consumption of energy by 30%. So if I come down here, let's follow a line right here, we can look that now this is going to intake this little flat. I don't know if you can see it on Facebook very well, or YouTube very well, but this icon above the iron ingots now has a little triangle. And so what that's indicating is that I have my proliferator is stacked and it's sprayed. So I get the benefits of the proliferator, that's a weird hard word to say, of my spray. So it's going to affect 7 items. I get extra product and it's going to speed up things. Right? So I can set my proliferator to use extra products, or I can say speed up production, and it's going to use that. Again, I am not explaining this well, but by spraying your products, you're going to get bonuses down the line. Now, I just set this up on my iron ingots because I was severely lacking. It was having a problem keeping up, and everything's caught up now, but I had to go to the smelter planet and do some tweaking to increase production so that I want 10,000. I want my thousands. So I kind of back that up. Now the downside of this is this is a coal pig. Whew, man, these things love coal. They just love it. So and it takes 1 coal every half second. So when you first lay this down, it's just going to chug through all your coal. Now, one thing you can do is before you set up your proliferators, wow, I'm just not going to be able to say that word. I can come here and copy this, and I can start stacking it. So I can start doubling the amount of coal that comes in. So what that does is, as this brings in 2 coal, this is going to pick up 2 and stack it in and have a bigger surplus here and just be ready to go. But yeah, and you can use these stackers on liquids, these pilers. If I wanted to over here, I could do it on the outbound of these liquids, and it's gonna double stack my. Let's take it off. Oops, I don't want to do that. Copy, shift click to copy. I'm gonna paste it. Drag it in. Now I'm gonna start seeing. Well, I'm not right away. One trick that I do sometimes is come down here and do a lower level belt, which is gonna say, hey, slow down. What's your speed? What are you speeding for? If I do it correctly. Right, so it's gonna force this to run in faster than here. It's gonna double stack and then send the double stacks out. And then once it kind of gets caught up, I just click it back up. So you could do that to increase your product. I'm really struggling on stuff. So yeah, you'll get to a point in the game where you're just like, oh my gosh, I need to stop what I'm doing, fix some issues, troubleshoot some flows, get things going. But on the other hand, you kind of want to keep pushing forward because I want the next level of product being, or machines and factories being made. But then you're also bottlenecked with what you're making. So it's kind of, there's a lot of catch-22s in this game. And so you just kind of got to pick a battle and tackle it. What is this? Am I still having power issues? No. I'm just having flow issues. That's what it looks like. It just takes a while to make. Did I not set this up for... One of the reasons I like building in lines like this, and this is in the way, but say I want to double my output, I could just copy this section, right? I could come here and say copy all this, come up here, paste, and just drop another, just drop it down, double it. But since I've got stuff in the way, I really can't do that right there. And I was thinking earlier, like you might be thinking, Aaron, why you've got this massive bus, you've only been building on the top side. Why are you not utilizing all this space down here? Well, for now I got solar panels down here, but there's something else that I want to do down here that's going to give us more energy. And I'm not quite ready for it yet. Let's bring down some more solar panels. Collide with other objects in the way. I can stamp those down. I don't have any on me. Let's go up and get them. But yeah, now we're at a point where we need to really start I kind of want to stop and make another mini mall of late game stuff. But I don't have everything unlocked yet. That's the other problem. I don't have everything unlocked because, as you can see, I'm struggling to just make red. So I might have to stop and fix those things before I get any further along. Let's just put these down. Real quick. I mean, there's still some product on my line that I want to be able to build out that I need to do, but I need to fix earlier things. I really need to get the production of hydrogen going. You can see what I've done here is I've decided to try some of the planetary logistics. Oil is needed all over the place for hydrogen and light oil and some other things. So I decided to, instead of running belts all over the place, let me try this. It's working out okay, but it's not. It seems really inefficient. Like, why waste all the energy for just 160 oil? And you can see my new planetary logistic carriers they're doing their job. They're going to come in and they're going to turn black, or they turn the color of the product that they're picking up. And you can go in there and turn black. But then they're going to deliver that stuff over to the coal processor, which it makes sense now that I'm doing it. Hey, put the coal or the oil processing down here, you numbskull. That way it's all in one spot, and it has been working. All these storage tanks were empty, and now it's pretty full. So I'm pulling in not just oil from here, but one other source, and that's been going good. I really need to double this. I really need to double this production and stretch it down just a little bit, because I'm not making enough hydrogen to. And my oil's going down. Let's just do it. Let's take a copy of this. We're going to copy it. We're going to paste and then tweak. We'll just stamp it down. And then it's a little, I mean, there's a space here. It's fine. I don't really care right now. Start getting that oil flowing. And then what I'm going to have to do is, let's delete that. Let's bring it down here, because then I can just plug this right into here. And then I can plug this, and we're going to go up a level to there, and I can delete these, drag these in, click up here. It's going to automatically just come right down. Oops, I'm in there. So yeah, so I'm just gonna double it, and then what I can do here is cancel that and that. Come down here and copy that and just drag it in, drag that up, and just move everything over to new lines. Cancel that. Cancel that. Shift click. Okay, moved. So I just doubled my production of heavy and light, or heavy and refined and hydrogen. Ugh, thinking in terms of Factorio. And we can look on here and kind of watch this. We're still gaining because we just had a jump. But what that's going to let me do is, instead of running lines all over or belts all over the place for more oil, I'll just set up a bunch of it. Then this is really easy to do. It doesn't take up much space. It's just going to take energy. So let's go find one. Here's another one down here that I got set up. See, here they come. And then here's another one. I can just click copy that, move that over, get some belts, feed into there. Need some power. It's just so handy having a mall to just go to, grab stuff, have stuff pre-made. So we're easily expanding our oil to here. Why did you not fire up? Fine. I'll sit right next to you. There we go. So yeah, just get that oil going. And you can do that with anything. You can say, hey, let's, instead of running belts everywhere, let's, you know, now that you're a certain point, let's start, and there's 2 oils up here. You can say to yourself, hey, self, why am I doing that with all these belts? Why have a bus? And that's your point. You get to a point, it's your option. You get to a point where you can say, hey, now that I've got a quicker method maybe of moving stuff, let's stop with the belt system. Enough with the belts, and you can start using the logistics system. It's totally up to you. It's a thing. It's going to work for that. You might not want to use it for everything, but it's working for oil. 22 minutes. So let's. There's just stuff I gotta fix and stuff that I want to make with the things that I've unlocked. Just gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to find a mall because now I'm getting to a point where I'm stuck. I'm not really stuck. I'm just being lazy. I'm just being lazy because I don't really want to have to make mini malls like this. I don't want to have to make sub and keep pulling off. I'm kind of getting lazy and a little burned out with the game, to be quite honest. So let me make a bunch of little mini malls to make some of these things that I'm going to need. I need array receivers and rail ejectors. I have something pre-built for that. I don't know where it is. Mid-game, mall, solar rails, and rays. So let me just stamp this down here. Just picked a spot, did it. So this is a sub factory that I had made in a previous game playthrough to make what I'm gonna do next is solar sails, because it's fun. Let's do some fun stuff, right? You get to a point you're like, I'm working so hard trying to rearrange this stuff and keep it going. Let's do something fun. So here, I'm just gonna let it build because I was using just raw materials before. And so some of this stuff I can get rid of. I know that, and we can get rid of and shrink up and then reuse. This is a new thing here that we need photon combiners. And this is just stone I can pull off the thing, and that's fine. Stone is used there for glass, and then the glass is used there. But I don't need these. Let's mark this before I delete it. This is plates, and I'm gonna leave that for now, but I can delete these. And then I don't need to make these because I've got these on the bus, so I can delete all of this. And I don't need to make these. Let's mark this again because I have those on the bus. And that's it. Let's change this to plates. Just going to delete and then bring this in like that. Remark this as copper, delete. I can delete that. So there's only a couple of things I really need to bring in, and some of this I think I can combine. Nope, I'm going to keep them separate. I want to keep two separate flows in because I can't. See, if I really wanted to, I could revamp this whole thing. This is where malls come into play, where you start building all these little tiny factories and you're like, well, can I not just use this same stuff and tighten it up? Yes, you could, but I'm not gonna. Let me build this out real quick just to see how fun it is. What I've been doing is coming in here with my yellows, and I'll kind of come into, okay, this is my stone line. So I'm going to throw stones in there, and then I've got a line here. I'm going to move it up just a hair for copper, and then I'm going to bring my iron in. I know what it is because I've been doing this for a minute. And then here I can bring another line of iron in, and then I need some of these, but that's in the way. So let's bring it up just a smidge. And then kill 3 or 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then the one that I've laid down because it won't let my trust me, I've tried. And then here, 1, 2, 3, and then kill it, come back, stamp that down, stamp that down, put that down, downtown. Let's connect all the tops. Of course, that's not in the right spot. And you just go and you connect everything. I think that's it. And then I can just go connect all these so that when I connect the belts to the bottom, it just fires up and goes. It's fun to just sit and watch it. You may be wondering how I can see at night. There's this button down here called guiding light that when you click, I just leave it on all the time because in the day you can't even see it, but at night I can't see jack. So I click it to turn it on. It's probably one of those tips that you should watch at the beginning, or I should show you at the beginning. So everything's coming up roses. Got plenty of stone coming in. Where that's supposed to be going. Oh, I forgot to add a sorter to pick that up. And it's not making this stuff super fast. I don't really want to have a ton of this stuff. Wait, what? Oh. There's 2 more pieces I need. This is from an older playthrough. I had my secondary level bus on the other side. So this is definitely, I'm going to copy, hit R a couple times to rotate that, and then I can delete it, and then I'm going to Control C or click words. I don't like where that is. Now what I'm going to have to do is bring in a line. I think I can fit it back there. Bring it up. This is so stupid. I gotta stop and eat something. I'm about to pass out. Let's click it here. Go up. Click it here. Go down. And we need to label this. Oops. Super magnetic rings. Let's do another line clear up to here. I'll label this processors. Let's grab the line processors are going here. And then the next one was here. I knew it. I knew it wasn't going to be close enough. Dang it. It's alright. I'll just ziggity zag it. We'll zigzag it in. It's okay. I can cancel that. 1, 2, 3. Close. 2, 3. Click shift. Oops. Then I'm also going to have to come up here and cancel those because I need... No! Being too fast. An idiot. Who did that? Okay, now we're going to... Oh, but see, now we're out of stuff. So it's catch-up time. I got to take a break and... grab something to eat real quick before I pass out. Blood sugar's low, and I need to find this bottleneck. What are you lacking? What do you need more of? It's coming through here. Magnets. Okay, I'll fix the magnets, come back.